Hi, this is me again. We're back. Did you get your signatures all ready while you were gone? Did you do your homework and trim your pages and ink the edges, which I forgot to do, but I'll do it later. Are you ready for the very last part? All we have left to do is sew in our signatures. And now what we're going to do is instead of sewing them centrally, we're going to pretend like there's three signatures, and we're going to sew them in, one on one side and one on the other, and then that'll leave us enough room in the center to slide our notebook in. Okay, now if we wanted to, now that I think about it, we could put eyelets at the top and the bottom and run an elastic and then slide the notebook in the middle. I think that sounds like a good idea. Maybe we'll do that, or maybe I'll do that, and then on the very last part where I show you how I use the ephemera that came with the kit to decorate mine, then you can see how that worked out. I'll show you how I did it, because it wasn't really part of the plan, and it's not in the PDF for you. So let's see, could go one needle smaller. All right, what we're gonna do, besides the fact that I got ahead of myself and got a needle out, is we're gonna measure 3 holes on 2 different, in fact, this might even be one size too big. We'll have to see. We're going to measure 3 holes, one in the top, almost the top, one in the center, and one almost at the bottom. And I kind of cheated a little bit because I wanted to practice with my piece of chalk. I scruffed it down on a piece of paper until it had enough of a point that I think I can use it with the ruler. Now, my lovely Mr. Pen is so clear that I was having trouble seeing the 1/4, the 1/2, and the 3/4 marks. I'm going to look on the camera and see if you can see it or not. Probably not. But I took a red Sharpie and I made a little dot at the 1/4, the 1/2, and the 3/4 mark. So just for you guys, in case you're wondering how hard it is to see that on these. That's the only thing I don't like about this ruler, is they didn't make it longer. You know what I mean? Than the 1/8 marks that go across. So that's a little confusing. Okay, so this is 8 inches high. I'm just counting the center. I'm not counting the little black on either end. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make a little mark with my chalk. That way it doesn't matter. We can just rub it off halfway. You probably won't be able to see it. Then I'm going to go about 1 1/4 inches. Yeah, about 1 1/4 inches from the bottom. I'm going to make another mark. And about 1 1/4 inches from the top and make a mark. And now that's on the right hand side. Now I'm going to slide it straight over. And I'm going to do the same thing. At about 1 1/4 inches, I'm going to make a mark. Except for with this crazy chalk, it's not marking right up against the ruler. There we go. I'm going to make a mark. And then at the halfway point, I'm going to make a mark. And then at about 1 1/4 down, I'm going to make a mark. Now, we've got the marks for the holes in our book, spine. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our awl, all of our awl. Now, I like to, I guess I should have measured this from the outside, because if you're going to have a poke through in an area that kind of pushes out, I think it looks better to have it on the inside. So let me do that again from the outside. We've got a thing that I can draw on. That'll work all right. Now, if this was just the paint, I'm not sure that the chalk would come off, so I'm not sure that I would, do it that way. All right, so here we go. Halfway point, I think I'm going to go over a little further because it's not writing right up against the ruler. Halfway point, 1 1/4. Just move my ruler back. 1 1/4 and 1 1/4, and then go straight across and go up 1 1/4 at 4 inches, and then down 1 1/4. This is where we're going to make our holes. Can't really see that one. Oh, right there is where it should be. Okay, all you need to do is take your pokey tool, whatever pokey tool you're using, and just poke holes. It's as simple as that. You're just gonna, it's not gonna be that hard to go through as what you think. Yeah, I can hear it on the table, so I know that it's gone through. Now I do want to make it a little bit bigger than that. The awl gets bigger the farther in you push it. So I'm going to push it in just a little bit further, so the hole's a little bit bigger. Then I'm going to go across here. I'm going to go straight across, and I'm going to make another hole right there. And I can feel that I'm on the table. It's kind of stuck. And then you're going to do the same thing in the middle. I'm going to make your 2 holes. Kind of try to make sure they're lined up in case your chalk mark isn't quite exactly straight, or as close to where the ruler was that we had. Okay, and then, wow, that's really hard to see, isn't it? I think it's right here. They don't have to be exact, especially with just a little book like this. And about right here. Now remember, we're leaving space in the middle. That's why it looks kind of odd that we're going this far over. Okay, now you want to turn it over and see how that sticks out. It's got a little, and so I'm really glad we did it that way, because now it's on the inside and not the outside. Okay, so now we're going to line the holes up. We're going to take one of these booklets or one of our signatures. We're going to line them up with the holes, and we're going to make a mark. The reason we're using chalk is because it would be impossible to see, you know, ink pen on there, and you don't want to use a bright red Sharpie or something. So we're going to make a mark. Then if you're afraid they're going to move, then paper clip one side and paper clip the other side. What we're going to do is turn around and lay these flat, because the marks are on the outside, and then we're going to turn around and poke holes just like we did in the covers. So we're going to poke a hole. We're going to poke a hole. Must be why they call them pokey tools, huh? Poke a hole, and then we're going to poke a hole. You want to make sure it goes all the way through. Make sure the papers stay lined up. This is a very easy process. The hardest thing is if the pages kind of move. You know what I mean? And the hole doesn't stay lined up. Okay. So you run the thread. I think there's going to be an edit right in here, and I'm going to do it right on the first try as far as you're concerned. So you're going to go through the middle. Then you're going to go through the hole on the cover. Line it up with the hole on the cover. Push it through. Somehow. There we go. I have difficulty with my hands. It's part of my disability, so it's really hard for me to push a needle. There we go. Leave a tail at the top, making sure to hit the hole in the book, in the signature. Come back through. Come back through. If you can push hard enough. Okay. Sometimes it's easier to get the needle through one and then line it up and push it through the other. At least for me anyway. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when you get to the very end, it's hard to push or pull the needle through. There we go. Easy as pie. Now you want to pull this, you want to hold your tail, pull it snug, back through the middle, back through the middle of the cover. Let's go back through here, back through the middle of the cover. It's easier the second time. I'm pulling it through here. I'm just having trouble. It's hard for me to get a grip. Pull it back through. Make it snug. Go up to the top. Go through the hole in the cover. Then through the hole of the book. The hole in the top here is kind of small. Okay. And then line it up with the hole in the book. There we go. We're almost done for real this time. For reals. Okay, I'm going to push that last little bit through. Now, because I've had so much difficulty, everything's not exactly super snug. So I'm going to kind of pull. There we go. Now all I have to do is tie it to the center. And then this signature is sewn in. Just make sure everything is snug. Tie your knot. Not a bow. In my brain, I'm wrapping a present every time. And there you go. I always tie one extra one just in case. So see, I did have a little bit extra, but I would rather have a little bit extra. You can always use this thread for something, some sort of a decoration or whatever. I like to leave it a little long. And I'm thinking about putting a bead in here. So actually, you know, like a bookmark. So I'm not going to cut that. I'm going to wait until I get that part done. Okay, I'm going to leave it hanging out. So now I jammed my thumb. But anyway, if you look on the outside, you can see that it's sewn right on there. Okay, and I'm going to let you do yours. And then when you come back, yours will be sewn on both sides. Once you do one, you can do the other. You can do 100 of them. They're not hard. It's just out, in, out, in, and then tie. That's it. No big deal. Okay, so now you can unpaper clip this. Nothing's going anywhere now. And you've got half of your book sewn in. Move this way. And you know, you remember I was saying how I wasn't real wild about that Happy Halloween and that other one. So I'm actually, when I do my ephemera and stuff, I think I'm going to try to find something to go over this cream colored thing. I really like these roses. And see, they're really cool on the back. So, and don't forget, this one is going to look kind of funny because it's farther over. But we're going to do a thing. I think I will show you how to do the eyelets, and then we'll put the notepad in the center instead of just setting it in there. Okay? All right, so you sew your other one in for practice. Or you sew both of them in for practice. When you come back, we'll do the eyelets for the notebook, and then I'll show you how I did my ephemera in here. There's not going to be a whole lot, but there's a few pockets and whatever. Oh, I was going to tell you something real quick about the ephemera, which is the ephemera that came with the kit. As you can see, is very large. Some of the pockets are going to be okay, but I think we would have to trim them down, but you'd still see the haunted house or whatever. But what I did is I printed some out at, these are 50% for the smaller ephemera that you would glue down or whatever, and then this is a little small once you, I'm sorry, this is a little small once you know what I mean, fold these little tabs under. So I may go back and go ahead and, or I may use the full-sized ones. If they're too big, then I may go to 80% and print them out at 80% size and see if that works out better. So I'll tell you the size I end up using, the percentage. Right now this is at 50%, and that seems a little small for the pockets, but great for the ephemera. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. And then, so I'll let you know about that. This is what we're going to do in the last section. I'll let you know about the ephemera. I'll show you how to put the notebook in. And I will cheer you and pat you on the back for doing the second signature all on your own after you saw me do it. And of course you can rewind it and watch that last section where I actually did it correctly. Or that'll probably be the only section you see because I will probably edit the other part out. All right, so that's it for this segment. And I'll see you back in the other segment in just a second. Okay? All right, everybody, we're back from our break. Did you get your signatures sewn in? I hope so. I decided to go ahead and use the crocodile. Now, this is not a tutorial on how to use it. I'm just going to briefly mention punching holes and putting in eyelets, and then that's going to be kind of it. So I've got to, I actually could punch the holes from the inside so I can kind of see better, and then I better remember to put the eyelets in from the outside, otherwise I'm going to be very unhappy. So I want to put in a 3/16 hole because that's the size eyelet that I have, and I need to have it centered. Oh, I know. I don't have it all the way on here. Okay, let me try that again and get everything lined up. Okay. All right, that worked, except for note to self, get your thumb out of the way. Okay, and I want it about there. There we go. Not hard. They're both crooked. But, well, actually, this one is crooked. But it's Halloween-y, so it's the best I can do. Oh, these stupid bottles. I'm telling you, I'm going to show you the ephemera. If I stuff any more bottles into that pocket, I'm going to have to put something else in there, I guess. And I'll find a place to put all my bottles. I fussy cut out all these bottles to put in this one pocket, and the pocket is too big. You know, I made it one of those kind of out. I made it an outie instead of an innie. I've also decided to use both notebooks when we run the elastic through. I'm going to put them both together like this, and then I'm going to run the elastic through the middle. So that way it's almost as big as a signature. In fact, it's very close to the size of a signature. All right, so we want to do this from the outside. So the pretty side of the eyelet is on the outside. I'm going to switch this to the eyelet setting. I'm going to put the eyelet in there. Got a really dark one. And now I need to line it up. And of course I can't see. Because I really don't want to mess it up. I think I messed it up. No, I didn't. All right. Panic for nothing. Panic for nothing. See if we can go 2 for 2. Like I said, this is only the third time I've used this. I just got it. So the trick is to line it up. Well, that one sounded like it worked too. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da-da! Ta-da-da! I'm so proud. Are you guys proud? I know I'm proud. You can be proud for me, can't you? All right, so now we need our black elastic thread. Can you feel the end coming? I can feel it coming on the air tonight. I guess that shows you how old I am. All right, let's go this far. And then I'd rather have a little bit extra. And then one more loop. I know that's going to be probably way too much. But you can use these in clusters. You know, you can kind of stick them out from behind all these little scrap pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and tie it together. Make sure my camera. We're going to, looks like maybe the camera got moved. Maybe I bumped it with my head. All right, get in there. Now, preferably, I would have used the one size smaller eyelet, but I don't have any. And because the crocodile will do one size smaller. Oh, come on. It's a giant hole. There we go. But we're going to go ahead and tie it, and then we will run the notebooks through. You know, this is just like me tying the thread, right? Where I keep wanting to tie a bow. I have what's called neuropathy, so my fingers are actually numb. So that's why it's kind of hard for me to do these. I don't really know if I'm still holding things or not. Or not. Yeah, I don't know if that's tight enough or not. I don't think so. I tied it pretty tight too. All right, I'm going to leave it for now. You guys don't need to see me do it 15 times. But that's the general idea. Then you take the two books. Maybe because it's both, it might be tight enough. Wow, it's actually not too bad. You take the two books and you slide them under the cord like so, and it makes like, you can see how it's too loose, but and it makes like a third signature, but you can take them out and use them. So that's the end of the book. You've got the book done. Yay! I'm so proud of you. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of you. Now I want to show you a little bit of the decorating that I did so far. This is the order I put the pages in. Yes, I have a couple of those upside down pumpkin pages. They're driving me nuts. So I've got a lot of writing pages. It's going to be a journal. I don't think I decorated too much in the first. Oh, I'm looking at the book upside down. This is the infamous pocket right here. I stuffed as many bottles in here. Now I used the ink. I've been using bundled sage and hickory smoke. I barely used any of the hickory smoke. The only time I used it was on a couple of the bottles. And then I tried to make it look like some kind of swirly liquid in there. And then I sprayed it with my gold, metallic gold alcohol ink. So it's kind of glittery, but it is kind of hard to tell on camera. I even added the lace. It's funny, this is coffee dyed. Yeah, see, they're still too loose. This is coffee dyed, and what I did was I had some coffee left over in my coffee cup, and I had some few pieces of lace, so I just dunked them in there before I poured out the cup of coffee, and it worked really well actually. But then I'm bringing it in to the craft room to kind of drape it out to dry the rest of the way, and a piece fell on the floor about this big, and my dog tried to eat it because it smelled like coffee. Anyway, snort laugh alert. So I'm gonna decorate it some more, obviously, because I can't. The problem is I'm not finding it. There, I put a pocket in here with the card. Now you know I didn't really like this tan, but I decided to go with it. Here's a writing card. Actually, I've got two more. Here we go. Two more, and I'm going to put them in there as well. So you have these additional writing cards. All right. Trying to make sure my head's not hanging under there. Oh, and I found this sticker in this antiquarian sticker book. There are 1,000 stickers in this sticker book. All you see are these gold pages because they're heavier. Stickers are in between. But anyway, you can get it on Amazon. It was on sale, or $17.95, and then I got it for $7.95 during Amazon days. I had it in my favorites list, and so anyway, there's all kind of weird ones. I had a bookmark in here. They had some really kind of creepy occult ones, and I had them marked. There's a few on here. I think I keep hitting the mic. I apologize. It's down low on my shirt because it's on my sweatshirt, and I was trying to keep it. There we go. And I took this one out to cover that one. I'll show you in a minute. And then I took this one out and put it on the bottom corner of a page. Anyway, this book is really good. It's very heavy. I don't know. It's a couple hundred pages. And there's another book. I can't remember the name of it, but it just came out. And if you look at this book on Amazon, the other one will come up too. You know, maybe I'll put a link to them in the text file underneath the video. That's what I'll do. And then that way you can find them both. I got my book and my crocodile and my new Big Shot all sitting on my new divider cart. It's double drawers and it's got a metal top. I really like it, so I guess I just had to mention it. Yeah, see, I put this sticker over where that tan was. You can still see the tan a little bit, but this was the best one I could get for there. So I totally covered that up because I didn't like it at all. You know, this page is stuck together and it's a pocket. That's not a bad idea. I didn't remember that I did that. And oh, it's in the notebook, and I put the notebook in upside down. No wonder things were starting to look a little wonky. Let's see if I put both of them in upside down or just the one. Both of them. Well, that's no good. I have enough slack on here. I'll probably just cut that and tie it tighter. I don't know, though. You don't want it too hard to get the notebooks in and out, and you don't want to rip, you know, the notebooks right here. So we go through. I put this on here because see the blood on the bottom, so it looks like, and he's got this pen, so it looks like maybe he was writing in blood and it dripped off. I guess if you have to explain it, I don't know. I fussy cut these all out and put them there. This is going to kind of serve as the flip through at the end. I'd like to put something here, but I'm not sure. You know, I have this little thing that says number 5. Remember that I was going to put on the oh, here it is. Maybe I'll put that on there. Oh, it already says 1472. So I guess I'll have to put him somewhere. Oh, it looks like one of my bottles is still out. Maybe that's why they keep falling out. Maybe I need to add this one more. Yeah, let's add more bottles. More bottles. A whole menagerie of bottles. I think it looks kind of pretty neat. Maybe if I glue them together, then I can kind of jam the whole thing in. And writing pages, upside down pumpkins, don't tell anyone. And then more upside down pumpkins, don't tell anyone. And then we're back at the beginning. But the binding held up. There's a little bit of a crack right here, it looks like. And I think that's where my tape had a little issue, so I'm going to go back and touch that up with the black paint. So then we got the ladies, the side cover. So here's our elastic, and then our 2 stitched in signatures, and then here's the back. So that's it, kids. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on making your spooky Halloween book. That's better than our teeny weeny Halloweeny book, because that one wasn't scary. I had already posted some pictures of this online, and somebody told me to be careful. And I said, yeah, I know. It's making me nervous keeping it in the computer/craft room. Anyway, I guess I'll see you guys in the next tutorial, and that will be a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.